So, a very big hi to everybody right there. I hope that you are all doing well. So, my name is Harsana, and I welcome you all to our own channel that is Off to On with Sinaji. As we all know that placement seasons are at the mark. So, to be or to get hired into an MNC or a service-based good company, we should be fully prepared with our interview part. So we have a complete solution for this because it is very tough to clear all the stages before an interview and getting rejected in an interview. And I think this would be a very worst part, I guess. So to avoid from these failure, we had developed a playlist. So in this playlist, we will be discussing about how to deal with the interview processes and how to clear that, so that we'll be getting hired into an MNC or a service-based good company. So we have an entire different lectures on a separated section where we'll be discussing about in-depth things. And if you are a person who wants to learn things in depth or in a very short period of time, so I guess you are at the right place. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So we have the entire roadmap in our screen right there. So in this is the whole journey that we are traveling throughout in all this playlists. So we will be taking care for the initial stage, that is from the resume building part to the end stage, that is getting hired into a company. So the whole roadmap is divided into different categories. So I there is six categories right there. So we will be discussing about in depth of every categories in separate videos. So don't worry about those things. So the first thing, that is resume building. So I just want to give an overview of all the things that we are going to discuss in our further lectures. So the first thing is resume building. So whenever we went to an interview, the first thing the interviewer might ask from you, that is your resume. And while reading that resume, the interviewer makes a perception about you, that how or which type of person you are. So we have to build a resume according to that, so that will be finally we will be able to give a very great impact on our interviewer. So in this the upcoming lectures, for the resume building part, there would be a separate lecture in which we will be discussing about the whole or the structure format of making a resume. And in that resume, we have to mention some different things. And those things are definitely or mandatory to be written there. So the first thing is that is the coursework. So the coursework is the list relevant courses that highlights the key skills or knowledge for the job. So coursework is nothing, just the subjects that we learned in our old or entire BTech lifetime. That is concept of OOPS, operating system, the database management system, software engineering, and like that. So for all these coursework works, we will be discussing in depth about each and every coursework, and I think there are probably 20 to 25 major or most popular and frequently asked questions by the interviewer. So we will be discussing on preparing according to that. And the next section is about DSA. So I think we all are familiar with this. So data structure and algorithm, and I think for the interview purpose, we don't want to go in depth about DSA. So just preparing the those questions that are frequently asked by the interviewer. So if you are a person who don't use to solve problems, then also after viewing the lecture, you will be definitely able to to answer the DSA questions in your interview. So there would be a separate lecture for the DSA section also. So don't worry for the DSA and don't be nervous in that section. We will be delivering things in such a way that you will be able to solve any DSA questions asked in an interview. So the next section is web development. As the name itself suggests that web development involves creating and maintaining websites. So from this section, the interviewer might wants to know that what's all the tech stacks that you had learned or that you know. That is you can say for front end we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the backend environment and also the database. So this will give a entire or a brief concept about you that what the things you know in the development part. And moving towards the next section, we have the project section. I think the most important section in your resume is the projects part. So we have and what's the things that is mandatory to say to your interviewer, and what the insight or the in-depth things in your projects that you should learn theory wise or the practical implementation also. So in that we will be discussing about that. And if you are a person who don't know anything about that, and you had not done any projects yet, so we will be telling or we will be discussing about how to grab the projects from GitHub and taking that projects into your interviewer, and step by step learning the whole project, so that the interviewer might thinks that the project had done by you or itself. So we have to maintain a good presentation so that the interviewer will think that the project is done by us. So this is the things in that project section. And moving towards the internship section, so if you have already done an internship over an organization or a reputed company, so well and good. And so we will be telling about the how to deliver the internship part to your interviewer, so that it will be creating a very good impact to your interviewer. And if you are a person who is not served himself or herself as an intern to any of the organization, then for that those person we have a different things that you can add on your interviewers, and that things would be relevant to the to our internship section. So don't worry about those things. So just follow the roadmap, and definitely at the end of this playlist you will be able to crack any of the interview. So take care. Bye.